the summer of love.
Alright, what's up everybody, TrexPro here, and today we're back for another Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile, and today we're doing the FA archetype, which is also known as Formula Athlete, and it's sort of a spin-off of a previous archetype in Yu-Gi-Oh! Known as UAs, which are Ultimate Athletes. FAs are a Synchro-based machine wind type archetype, based around different types of racing, which is really cool. So if you're a gearhead or you just really like 5Ds, this is definitely a deck for you to pick up, and it definitely gives off sort of 5Ds vibes with the complexity and the modernism of, well, modern day Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's really nice in that way. It's a level increase mechanic. They all gain 300 attack per level, and then they all get an effect if their level is 7 or higher, or with the Synchro it's 11 or 13 or higher. And then last thing that they all have in common, I do believe, is that they are unaffected by monsters with a lower level than them. So there you go, that's everything out of the way. And with that, let's move on to the deck profile. So first we have Hang On Mock. It's basically just a walking macrocosmos, while it's level 7 or higher, which is really nice. So yeah, he's really good. Oh, also, I don't know if I mentioned, but they gain levels whenever an FA spell or trap card is activated. They just gain a level, which is really nice. And then FA Whip Crosser is a 3 of. Your opponent cannot discard or send cards from their hand to the graveyard to activate a card effect while this card is level 7 or higher. So basically it means hand traps aren't a problem for you anymore. You don't have to worry about them because they require to be sent to the graveyard from the hand. So I'm pretty sure that works on at least a few of them. I don't know if it works on all hand traps though, so don't stick to that. Do your research. Don't cite me. Anyways, next up we have 2 FA Auto Navigator. It's the tuner for the deck, and this card is a lot different. So whether it's in your hand or graveyard, you can special summon it by targeting an FA whose level is different from its original. Return it to its original level, and then this card gains level equal to the difference from before the other monster went back to its original. I know that's really complicated, but that's just how it is. Also, whenever it's special summoned, you can add an FA field spell to your hand, which means that you're always going to have field spells live in this deck, even if you don't run into them or terraforming. But it's a 2 of just because it's so floaty that running it at 3 would just feel tedious. Alright, now moving on to our hand traps, the worst part of the deck, just because I hate hand traps, but they're good cards. 2 Gamma, because it's a tuner that negates every monster effect pretty much. The driver to go with it, and then 3 Ash Blossom, just because you need them. So yeah. Then we have 3 FA Test Run for the start of our fields, or of our spells. So you can target an FA monster you control to change its battle position, then destroy a card on the field. During your main phase, except for the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, and then target a face-up card you control and destroy it. And if you do, you can special summon an FA monster from your deck. So this card is really crazy, easily the best card in the deck, hands down, 100%. At first I really didn't like it, but then as I just started thinking about it more and more, and actually started testing it, it's fucking amazing. It's the best card in the deck, hands down. So the only thing that I don't like it is the fact that it requires you to change the battle position of your FA. If it was like an optional effect, it'd be nice, because not all of your FA, the only FA that really can afford being changed into defense position is your Synchro. But other than that, you're kind of screwed if you do this. But I mean, I guess it's whatever. But being able to, what you're probably going to be doing is you're probably going to be popping your own field spells to get a search off of them, and then you can target another field spell the second time around, destroy that, and then special summon as well as getting a search off. So it's just a crazy good card. Next up we have 3 Pit Stop. You have to target an FA and reduce its level by 2, which kind of sucks, but then you get to draw cards equal to the number of Pit Stop in your grave. Then you can banish this card from your graveyard to target an FA monster in your graveyard and special summon it. Really good recovery. It is really good. Honestly, not the best, and you could bump it down to 2, but I think it's fine at 3, and that's why I like it that way. Plus the the drawing effect is really nice, and you have so many other cards in the deck that can special summon that it's not going to be too big of a deal. So yeah. Moving on to our field spells, we have 3 City Grand Prix. It increases the levels of all FA monsters on the field by 2 during the main phase and battle phase. Your opponent can't target FA monsters you control with card effects, which is crazy good. And then just like the other field spells, if it is destroyed by battle, or if it is destroyed by a card effect, you can add an FA card from your deck to your hand, except for itself, and it's a hard one to return. So yeah, really good card. Being able to use the level bonus during battle and main is really nice. And neither of the other field spells can do that. But then we have Off-Road Grand Prix. It does the same thing except only during the main phase. And then you can only activate, blah blah blah. When a FA monster you control is destroyed by battle, you can discard a random card from your opponent's hand. And then if this face-up card on the field is destroyed by a card effect, you can add a FA card from your deck to your hand. So personally, I really don't like this card. It's just, you have to run it because it's better, being able to have the level bonus during your main phase. But I don't like its actual effects. They're really not that great in my opinion, especially with some of the modern matchups. Maybe back in the day, this would have been a good card, but right now, it's just, right in today's format, the only thing you can hope for is to try and hit a hand trap and force them to activate it early or get rid of it, which is nice. But other than that, you sort of just have a level bonus. So yeah, 3 terraforming to search out your field spells. Even though this deck has plenty of searching as is, the terraformings are nice. Monster Reborn because fuck it, it's legal now. Get over it. 3 Scapegoat to help with link plays and board extensions. 2 Twin Twisters, you can pop your own field spells with this to search out FAs or get rid of or get rid of your opponent's stuff. 2 Pot of Desires because it's just such a good card, and a Raigeki for the same reason. And then we tech in 2 copies of Starlight Road, just because if your opponent Raigekis you or activates some sort of shenanigans effect, getting out Stardust and then just having FA Auto Navigator on board makes it just really easy. Plus Stardust is honestly a really good card, which is a perfect segue into our extra deck, which we run 2 Stardust Dragon, and Omega because we are running Gamma and it's just a synchro deck, so Omega is really not that hard to make. We would run it at more, but I really sort of like the Starlight. I'll probably update this once they get a little bit more support without the Starlight, but for now, I think it's a cute little part of this deck. We also have the 2 FA Motorhome Transport, by far my favorite synchro card to ever come out. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I don't know, there's just actually something really charming about it being a massive semi-truck. Like, it's so simple and so unexpected, I guess, for an archetype based on racing, but at the same time it should be expected because that's clearly the boss monster for a racing deck. It wouldn't be some unbeatable race car. It would be what helps the vehicles stay, up to whatever trucks do. I don't really know, but I don't know. I just really like it. Sorry for the little rant there. So yeah, when he's level 11 or higher, he can't be destroyed by battle or card effects. When he's level 13 or higher, once per turn you can target an FA monster in your graveyard and special summon it. Now what's crazy is if you have both of these on board, you can special summon 2 FAs per turn, which can really go in to extend your plays. The only thing that's kind of weird that I actually just noticed is that FA Motorhome is light when the rest of the FAs are wind. I guess it kind of makes sense, but I don't really know how I feel about it. I think it could have been Earth, which would have made it a little bit nicer for Mrs. Radiant, but I guess that would have been too powerful. Anyways, moving on, we have 2 Link Spiders. really just for the scapegoat excess and stuff like that. Link Karibo because we do run Auto Navigator, and Auto Navigator can easily special summon itself just to keep things balanced. Two Misses Radiant because of the scapegoat. Same with Akashik and Proxy Dragon. Ningirsu is a little bit harder to make in this deck, but the non-target removal is too hard to pass up on, or too good to pass up on. The Borla Dragon just to keep control of your opponent's powerful monsters, because you can just steal it and then they can deal with it. And of course, Firewall Dragon. It's just so good. That's just all there is to say about it. It's just such a good card. So anyways, that's it for this deck profile. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. You can also follow me on Twitter, and I might be branching out to other social media soon. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Wait, what do I usually say here? So anyways, thanks for watching. Hope to see you next time, and as always, have a roaring good day.